Hello YouTube, this is DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing a DVD and Blu-ray update for July 2014. It's been my birthday this month, so I have picked up a couple of new releases, but aside from that, it's just been regular old and boring movies and such. So I'll begin with the Blu-rays, which is one of the birthday gifts that I got. The complete first series of Hannibal. Now, Hannibal Lecter and the origin story from the books and such, progressing into the movies, I absolutely adore all the things that have been made so far, like the Anthony Hopkins trilogy, the standalone movie Hannibal Rising, and now I've just ventured into this part of the Hannibal franchise. And honestly, I am left stunned by this television show. I haven't even finished it yet, and already I am so intrigued to watch it. It's such an intense thriller, and I cannot recommend this enough. I absolutely love Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter as well. So I'll probably do an in-depth review of this when I finish the series, but I would highly recommend giving this a watch. It's a terrific show. Next up for Blu-rays, I picked up for £3.20, I think it was, on Amazon. CEX are charging £7 for this. But I picked up the double pack of Men in Black and Men in Black 2. Just two normal Blu-rays, nothing really spectacular here, but I picked these up because I had the third one on Blu-ray, so I thought I might as well upgrade them. And the DVDs and CEX are worthless now, 25p per one, it seems the rate is right now. For DVDs, picked up two new release box sets. This was released on July 20th, I think, and I pre-ordered it and it arrived in time for my birthday, Futurama Series 7. Comes with 4 exclusive collector cards. Also includes one of my favourite episodes of all time, Decision 3012, which is a terrific episode, and I would highly recommend giving that a watch. The series on a whole, I finished it last night, and it's just as good as when I watched it online. So yeah, I'm really pleased to see this finally in the UK, because the releases for the Futurama DVDs always are delayed or they have issues, but this is one that went through and finally fulfilled. Family Guy Series 13, a t-shirt box set. I was quite surprised to even receive this, but yeah, I was quite disappointed by the previous t-shirt box set because the t-shirt wasn't so good. But this time around they've really stepped it up and it looks ace. It's a picture of Peter fighting Ernie the Giant Chicken, of course. And this box set in particular includes a script of the 200th episode and the 22 episodes that it comes with, of course. So I'll do an in-depth review of this at some point. Now into regular, boring DVDs. The Hunt, starring Mads Mikkelsen. I got this because he was in it. I have not watched this yet, but IMDb did say it was pretty good, and it does sound quite intriguing, so that's something that I do have to watch. Blitz, starring Jason Statham and surprisingly Paddy Considine from Hot Fuzz. He played one of the Andys, if you were wondering. This is a lot better than The Transporter, in my opinion. Jason Statham is a standalone actor. He's decent, but he's quite meh as well. But with the supporting actor Paddy Considine, he really does fulfill and blow the people away with this movie, and I would really recommend giving this a watch. That's Blitz. Hannibal Rising. I was quite skeptical over buying this. I didn't think it would be as entertaining and as good as the Anthony Hopkins trilogy, but it really did live up to the expectations, and the young actor who portrays Hannibal in this, it's such a gory and bizarre film, but the actor himself, he's one of those actors that locks you into the film. He makes the film for you. And honestly, I cannot recommend this one enough. So that's Hannibal Rising. The first series of Sherlock, my friend, he recommended this to me ages ago, and I never checked it out. Partially because this is written by Stephen Moffat, who, in my opinion, destroyed modern day Doctor Who. But Sherlock itself, it's a great television show. This is the only series I've checked out, and I've yet to watch 2 and 3. But Martin Freeman in this is brilliant, and this is the first television show I've watched with Benedict Cumberbatch in, and he's a great actor as well. So yeah, that's first series of Sherlock. This is a little television series I got into, Black Books, starring Dylan Moran. Dylan Moran was a brief well, not even a cameo really. He was an actor that portrayed a character in the film Run Fat Boy Run with Simon Pegg, and I was quite intrigued by him, so I looked him up, and he's done stand-up, and he's very funny in this one. So yeah, I'm currently on series 2, but so far so good. Black Books, the trilogy of series, it's a great little television show by Channel 4, so I would highly recommend checking out Black Books. This is one that I got for, it was like 75 pence or something. It's missing the outer box set, but it's of Predator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. I have not watched this yet, but I did watch Alien vs Predator, which is in this update, and I thought I would check out the Predator movies too, so yeah, that's Schwarzenegger in Predator. 3 Quentin Tarantino movies. Death Proof. This one has an alternate cover, which of course I've switched to the lovely lady there. I've not watched this yet at all, but it does look quite intriguing. Funny story about this, it's a 2-disc set, and I received this in a Wii case with one of those little plastic disc envelopes containing both the discs, which was beyond ridiculous, but CEX sorted me out a new case, so that's not bad. Jackie Brown, another one that I have not watched yet, but I've heard really good things about this movie, so I look forward to checking it out. Yeah, so it's got Sam Jackson in, so it's got to be good. True Romance, I've not heard much about this, I just know that Quentin Tarantino wrote this, that's it really. But it does look okay, so I will check it out, of course. Army of Darkness, also known as The Evil Dead 3. I've not watched the other Evil Dead movies, but I was recommended to give this one a watch for how appalling it was, really. And it's meh. It's funny for how bad it is. But at the beginning, I was actually quite intrigued by Bruce Campbell as Ash. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. You got a Deadite there. But yeah, that's Army of Darkness. Stephen King's It. I watched a little bit of this online, and my friend said it was something worth watching. It's a 3-hour movie, really split into 2 parts. The first part is worth a watch. The second is quite shit. It was okay. I've read reviews of this on Amazon, and it got like 6 point something on IMDb. Why were people shitting themselves over this movie? It's the most convoluted, ridiculous, poor horror movie I've ever seen. This is not a horror movie, this is a laugh. But that's just my personal opinion. The first part was worth watching though, so if you are going to check this out, be prepared to be disappointed by part 2, that's all I can say. So that's Stephen King's It. Zack and Miri Make a Porno. I've not watched this yet, but it has Seth Rogen in, and this was about 50 pence, so I just picked it up for the sake of Seth Rogen. I've heard mixed things about this. Some people like it, some people think it's too over the top, but yeah, I have yet to watch this, so yeah, that's Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Good Luck Chuck. I picked this up, I think it was like 25 pence, and it's got Dane Cook in it, so that's the only reason why I picked this up. I've not watched this yet, but it does look like a decent comedy, so that's Good Luck Chuck. State of Play. Let's begin a rant here. This was based upon the BBC series starring John Sim and David Morsey. The movie itself, it's got a decent lineup of actors, Russell Crowe, Ben Affleck, however this just does not deliver. If you've seen the BBC series, which nobody probably will have, please, it's a lot better than this tripe. This is a watered down, lazy, repetitive version of the television series and does not live up to its standards, so I would not recommend watching this at all. This is one that I've got to get rid of. So that was the American State of Play. And now finishing up with a box set, I have the box set of all 4 Alien movies. Now apart from this first one here, these 3 can burn. Aliens was meh. Alien 3 I actually quite liked. It was better than Aliens in my opinion. And then the quadrilogy got slaughtered by Alien Resurrection. Interesting movies, to say the least. Ridley Scott, he's not someone I particularly like as a director. He's done some okay things, like the movie Hannibal itself, but apart from that, I've never liked him. And in my previous update, I got the recent movie that he made, which was sort of a prequel to the Alien quadrilogy, and honestly, it was dreadful. Such a lazy, horrible director, I cannot stand him. Alien, that's the only one I'm going to give praise to. Alien, it's a great film. The rest were pretty meh, to say the least. And now finishing up with Alien vs Predator, a parody movie to some extent. Honestly, I adored this a lot more over than the Alien quadrilogy. It gives quite a bizarre insight to Alien itself, but also introduces Predator as something quite remarkably different. At least it introduced it to me, because I haven't seen the 1980s Predator movie. But yeah, this was quite an interesting movie. For only 25 pence, I don't really see how you can go wrong, so I would recommend picking this one up. And on a whole, that concludes my DVD and Blu-ray update for July 2014. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my future videos.